Welcome to part 2 of our ultimate exploration into the wild, untamed side of Florida. We're about to explore secret islands and crystal clear waters that look like absolute paradise. So stay with us. Imagine floating through water so incredibly clear it feels like you're flying through air. Ginnie Springs is one of Florida's most famous freshwater springs, celebrated worldwide for its breathtaking visibility and brilliant blue waters that emerge from the Floridan aquifer. Located along the Santa Fe River, the spring system releases millions of gallons of crystal clear water each day, maintaining a refreshing temperature of around 72 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the year. Beneath the surface lies an extensive network of underwater caves and tunnels that experienced cave divers consider one of the finest freshwater diving destinations on Earth. Schools of fish glide effortlessly through water so transparent that every limestone formation can be seen in stunning detail. Towering cypress trees and lush forests surround the springs, providing habitat for many wildlife. The spring's constant flow eventually joins the Santa Fe River, creating one of North Florida's most scenic paddling routes. What if one of America's most celebrated beaches looked like it belonged on a tropical island thousands of miles away? Clearwater Beach has earned worldwide recognition for its powder-soft white sand, brilliant emerald waters, and spectacular Gulf Coast sunsets that transform the sky into a canvas of gold, crimson, and violet every evening. The beach's incredibly fine quartz sand reflects sunlight instead of absorbing it, allowing to comfortably walk barefoot even during Florida's hottest days. Calm, shallow waters create ideal conditions for swimming, paddleboarding, and dolphin-watching excursions that frequently encounter playful pods just offshore. Beyond its famous shoreline, Clearwater Beach is home to thriving coastal ecosystems where seabirds, pelicans, terns, and seasonal shorebirds. Clearwater Beach has consistently ranked among the best beaches in the United States. As the sun slowly disappears beyond the Gulf of Mexico and the gentle sound of waves fills the evening air, Clearwater Beach delivers a cinematic finale for another perfect day in paradise. In here you can swim in water that has been naturally filtered through underground limestone for thousands of years before it reaches the surface. Alexander Springs, located deep within the Ocala National Forest, is one of Florida's most beautiful first-magnitude springs, producing millions of gallons of crystal-clear freshwater every single day. Alexander Springs flows gently from a broad, sandy basin, creating one of the easiest and safest springs for swimming and snorkeling. The constant water temperature remains around 72 degrees Fahrenheit throughout the year, providing a refreshing escape during Florida's hot summers while remaining pleasantly warm during cooler months. Beneath the transparent water, you can observe underwater grasses waving gently with the spring's current, schools of fish swimming through the clear depths, and limestone formations carved by groundwater over thousands of years. The surrounding forest contains towering longleaf pines, sandhills, hardwood hammocks, and wetlands that support an incredible variety of wildlife. The spring run eventually joins the St. Johns River, connecting this underground water source to one of Florida's most important river systems. Scuba divers often explore the spring vent, where groundwater emerges after traveling through the Floridan aquifer, one of the largest freshwater aquifers in the world. This tiny tropical island hid crystal-clear lagoons, vibrant coral reefs, and even a secret Cold War bunker. Nestled in the heart of Palm Beach Inlet, Peanut Island Park is a 79-acre paradise surrounded by dazzling turquoise waters, one of South Florida's most beautiful marine environments. Originally created from dredged material during the construction of the Lake Worth Inlet in the early 20th century, the island has evolved into a thriving oasis filled with sandy beaches, mangroves, and sheltered snorkeling lagoons. Beneath the clear water, colorful tropical fish glides through seagrass beds and artificial reefs that attract marine life year-round. One of the island's most fascinating historical features is the hidden fallout shelter built for President John F. Kennedy during the Cuban Missile Crisis, a reminder of the tense Cold War era. You can arrive by boat or water taxi to enjoy kayaking, paddleboarding, snorkeling, and exploring the island's peaceful walking trails. As gentle waves sparkle beneath the Florida sun and palm trees sway in the ocean breeze, Peanut Island offers a perfect blend of natural beauty, history, and unforgettable coastal adventure. This is Florida's deepest accessible springs, descends nearly 300 feet beneath the surface. Morrison Springs County Park, located in the Florida Panhandle, is home to a spectacular first-magnitude spring that releases approximately 48 million gallons of crystal-clear freshwater each day. The spring basin measures roughly 250 feet across and reaches impressive depths that attract certified scuba divers from around the world. Water emerging from the Floridan aquifer maintains a refreshing temperature of about 68 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, creating excellent conditions for swimming, snorkeling, and underwater exploration. The extraordinary water clarity allows you to observe submerged limestone formations, freshwater fish, turtles, and aquatic plants with remarkable visibility. Divers frequently explore the spring's underwater caverns and passages, although only highly trained cave divers venture into the deeper cave systems. The spring flows into nearby Morrison Spring Run before eventually joining the Choctawhatchee River, contributing clean freshwater to one of Northwest Florida's major river systems. Although less developed than many of Florida's famous springs, Morrison Springs has become increasingly popular among outdoor enthusiasts seeking a more natural experience. Located in North Florida, Pitt and Sylvan Springs are lesser-known freshwater springs that offer a quiet escape into one of the state's most pristine natural environments. Fed by the vast Floridan aquifer, these springs continuously release cool, crystal-clear water that has been naturally filtered through porous limestone over thousands of years. Unlike Florida's more famous spring parks, Pitt and Sylvan Springs remain relatively uncrowded. The surrounding landscape features towering hardwood forests, cypress trees, native palms, and diverse wetland habitats that support wildlife. Beneath the transparent water, aquatic grasses sway gently in the steady spring current, while native fish dart among submerged limestone formations. The springs eventually contribute freshwater to nearby river systems, helping sustain downstream ecosystems and maintaining water quality throughout the region. You can do peaceful hiking, photography, or quiet reflection. Often appreciate the spring's secluded atmosphere far from Florida's more crowded attractions. Siesta Key Beach is world-famous for its dazzling white shoreline, composed of nearly 99% pure quartz crystal rather than crushed coral or shells. This rare composition gives the sand its incredibly soft, powdery texture and prevents it from absorbing heat, making every barefoot stroll feel surprisingly comfortable. Stretching along the turquoise waters of the Gulf of Mexico, the beach creates a breathtaking contrast between brilliant white sand and crystal-clear blue water. Gentle waves and shallow waters make it one of Florida's safest and most family-friendly beaches, while spectacular sunsets paint the horizon with fiery shades of orange, pink, and purple every evening. What if millions of gallons of crystal clear water flowed from underground every single day without ever stopping? Fanning Springs is one of Florida's magnificent first-magnitude springs, producing a continuous flow of cool, refreshing water from deep within the Floridan aquifer. For centuries, this dependable freshwater source. The spring maintains a constant temperature of around 72 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, creating the perfect environment for swimming, snorkeling, and wildlife viewing. During winter, gentle West Indian manatees often gather in the warm spring waters. Beneath the crystal-clear surface, turtles, freshwater fish, and waving aquatic grasses create a vibrant underwater world that reflects the health of Florida's groundwater system. This is Florida's oldest state parks and home to some of the state's only natural river rapids. Hidden just northeast of Tampa, Hillsborough River State Park protects a landscape where the Hillsborough River tumbles over ancient limestone outcrops, creating gentle Class II rapids, an incredibly rare sight in a state famous for its flat terrain. Established in 1938, the park was one of Florida's very first state parks, with many of its bridges, cabins, and trails built by the Civilian Conservation Corps during the Great Depression. Towering cypress trees, hardwood forests, and lush ferns line the winding river, creating a timeless wilderness that feels untouched by modern development. The park provides vital habitat for American alligators, river otters, turtles, white-tailed deer, and more than 150 species of birds, while colorful butterflies drift through the forest canopy. You can paddle peaceful stretches of the river, hike scenic trails, or cross the iconic suspension bridge overlooking the rushing water. This is one of Southwest Florida's most relaxing waterfront parks, overlooks an estuary that serves as a nursery for thousands of marine animals. Port Charlotte Beach Park sits along the shores of Charlotte Harbor, one of the largest and most ecologically important estuaries in Florida. Here, fresh water flowing from the Peace and Mayaca rivers mixes with the salty waters of the Gulf of Mexico, creating nutrient-rich conditions that support an extraordinary variety of fish, birds, and marine life. This mixing of fresh and salt water forms an estuarine ecosystem that functions as a natural nursery, where juvenile fish grow before moving into deeper coastal waters. Mangrove forests lining portions of the shoreline stabilize the coast. Today, Port Charlotte Beach Park combines recreation with opportunities for fishing, kayaking, birdwatching, and enjoying panoramic views across one of Florida's most significant coastal ecosystems. This lake is so enormous that early explorers believed it was an inland sea. Covering more than 730 square miles, Lake Okeechobee is the largest freshwater lake in Florida and the second largest natural freshwater lake located entirely within the contiguous United States. Known by the Seminole name Okeechobee, meaning big water, this vast lake has shaped the history, ecology, and economy of South Florida for thousands of years. Lake serves as the heart of Florida's freshwater system, collecting rainfall from central Florida before supplying water to the Everglades, surrounding wetlands, farms, and millions of residents. Its shallow depth, averaging only about 9 feet, creates ideal conditions for one of North America's richest freshwater ecosystems, supporting largemouth bass, crappie, bluegill, and more than 250 species of birds. The lake's marshes also provide habitat for American alligators, river otters, turtles, and countless migratory birds that travel thousands of miles along the Atlantic Flyway. Lake Okeechobee offers a breathtaking reminder that Florida's greatest natural wonders. Nestled along the shores of Florida's Gulf Coast in Palm Harbor, Wall Springs Park is a 210-acre natural sanctuary where nature blends into one unforgettable landscape. At its heart lies Wall Spring, a natural freshwater spring that flows into the mangrove-lined waters of St. Joseph Sound, creating a unique meeting place between fresh and salt water. During the late 1800s, people believed its mineral-rich waters had therapeutic benefits, attracting visitors from across Florida. Elevated boardwalks wind through peaceful woodlands where majestic live oaks draped with Spanish moss create a truly cinematic setting. Observation towers offer breathtaking panoramic views over St. Joseph Sound, especially at sunrise and sunset when the sky reflects brilliant shades of orange and pink across the calm water. Think about an abandoned limestone quarry could be transformed into one of Florida's most beautiful waterfront escapes. SunWest Park is a remarkable example of nature and human creativity coming together to create a vibrant outdoor destination. The park's brilliant turquoise lake was formed after groundwater naturally filled a former mining quarry, creating water so clear and inviting that it rivals many of Florida's famous springs. Today, soft sandy beaches, calm waters, and towering palms give the area a tropical atmosphere that feels far removed from the bustling city. You can kayak across the sparkling lake, glide on paddleboards, or conquer the floating inflatable obstacle course while surrounded by stunning scenery. Beneath the surface, the deep quarry creates an unusual underwater landscape unlike any natural lake in the state. As the sun begins to set, the water reflects shades of gold, orange, and sapphire, creating one of Pasco County's most picturesque views. Nestled within the forests of North Florida, Williford Spring is one of the state's quiet natural gems, a peaceful retreat away from the crowds. The spring basin glows with brilliant shades of emerald and sapphire, while schools of native fish drift effortlessly through the gentle current. Towering cypress trees, moss-covered oaks, and dense hardwood forests surround the spring, creating a scene that feels almost untouched by time. Fed by the vast Floridan aquifer, the spring releases cool, transparent water that has been filtered through limestone for thousands of years before emerging at the surface. You can swim, snorkel, or simply admire the incredible clarity of the water. Though less famous than many of Florida's larger springs, Williford Spring offers an authentic glimpse into the state's fragile freshwater ecosystems. And there you have it. Thank you so much for journeying through the hidden wild spaces of the Sunshine State with us across this two-part series. If you haven't seen the first part, make sure to watch it. The link is below. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below letting us know which hidden gem was your absolute favorite.